This is the Avon Water Swimming Club reporting on the 30th of, the Christmas Eve swim, this one. And you'll see the numbers are a little bit depleted. So the theme of today is a memorial swim dedicated to those souls that couldn't make it because of the concept of Charles Darwin's survival of the fittest. Now you'll see these are the survivors of the Pennington Swimming Club that normally comprises 5 members, and now we're down to 3. And what's happened is quite simple in that the lampreys have come out. It's now Christmas Eve. They typically hunt around this time of year. Lamprey, for those who don't know it, you might mistake it for a very large conger eel. But when you look at their heads, you'll see that their mouth is completely circular with a nasty series of 4 or 5 rows of inward facing teeth in a circle. So a little bit like a large leech, but with a completely different method of eating, and they're sort of like an old person gumming their food. They kind of gnaw at it, but with the teeth facing inwards, they're quite efficient at ripping flesh off. And that's exactly what became of the other members that weren't quite quick enough to get out of the way. So Darwin's survival of the fittest has taken its toll of 2 members of the swimming club down to the lampreys. One of them was dragged under and just basically disappeared, and we're about that spot there, and we never saw anything of her again. And then the other one had a bit of a fight on his hands, lost a leg almost immediately, and because of that wasn't able to get out. And as he crawled up this little slope here, you can still see the fingernail marks as he tried to claw his way out of the water desperately. The creature dragged him back in and then was consumed quite quickly by the pack of lampreys. So these 2 ones, obviously, plus the dog, are a little bit hardier, and I think it's probably because they move a bit faster than the ones whose souls were claimed by Charles Darwin. Anyway, the other thing that's happened, of course, is that these 2 didn't really want to get back in the water. So they took a precaution of phoning Gordon, whose house is over there somewhere, and asked him to see if he could flush out his septic tank, which he did last night. And obviously that's put a lot of chemicals and effluent and nasties into the water that probably would have washed most of the lampreys downstream. They go down there back to the sea to get some fresh water. So these guys have taken the necessary precautions of having the water cleared of lampreys for today's swim, and they both seem to have survived, as does the dog.